Okay, so inheritance, all the characteristics of an individual are inherited from parents through the genetic components. And in genetic disorder, the expression of the character in an individual depends on the category of the disease. Next, we go to the allele. You last bench, you can hear me? এত পিছনে কেন বসেছিস আজকে? এইদিকে পুরো খালি, সামনে বসবি যতটা সম্ভব। Okay, so in genetic disorder, the expression of the character in an individual depends on the category of the disease. Next, we go to the allele. Allele is a variant from a gene. An allele of the same gene is located at the same position, genetic locus of the chromosome. In human, each gene has two alleles, one inherited from mother, another from the father. These are the two types of inheritance, homozygous and heterozygous. Silence everyone. An individual is called homozygous for the gene if he has two identical copies of the same allele for that gene. For example, 2 capital A or 2 small a. And if an individual has non-identical copies of the same allele, example 1 capital A, 1 small a, then the individual is called heterozygous for that gene. Next, we go to dominant and recessive inheritance. Alleles can be either dominant or recessive. Each allele may have a phenotype, expressed protein or external character. In heterozygous condition, if one allele is expressed and another allele is masked, then the expressed allele is called the dominant and the masked allele is called the recessive. And codominant is the condition where both the alleles are expressed simultaneously to generate a mixed phenotypic result. For example, blood group alleles. Okay, if both A and B alleles are present, then the blood group will be AB. Multiple alleles. Most of the genes exist in the form of two alleles, but some genes have multiple alleles for a particular character. Example is the ABO blood group. Okay. So next is polygenic trait. A polygenic trait is a character that is determined by more than one gene. These are the factors determining the trait: height, weight, skin color, like this. Next, we go to phenotype. These terms are important. Okay, these terms can be asked in your viva or can be asked given in your OSPI question or in MCQs. What these terms means like this. So phenotype is an outward physical characteristic manifestation of the organism. It also includes expressed proteins, macromolecules, cell organelles, cell structure or function and behavior of the organism. All these are included within phenotype. Next, we go to genotype or complete set of genes. Genotype is the total genetic makeup of an individual and that determines the phenotype. Okay. Next, we go to the genetic disorder. A genetic disorder is a condition caused due to an abnormality in the genome of an individual. There are three basic genetic disorders: single gene disorders, also known as Mendelian disorders. There is defect in a single gene. Next is chromosomal disorders, defect in the number or structure of the chromosome, that is chromosomal aberrations. Next is multifactorial disorder. There is defective interaction between the genes and the environmental factors, which are the viruses, drugs, foods, etc. Okay, so these are the three basic type of genetic disorders. So what is the importance of inheritance pattern analysis? Study of inheritance pattern in the genetic disorder is very important for assessing the status of the condition, diagnosing the risk of transmission. Okay, and calculating the risk of transmission and planning for the treatment and prevention of the condition to the next generation. Okay, you will screen the baby intrauterine fetus for this genetic disorder, whether the baby will have this syndrome or not. Okay, like this. And if the baby is having a fatal disorder or something, you can go for termination, medical termination of pregnancy according to this act. Okay. Next we go to pedigree. What is pedigree? Pedigree is a method for documenting the family relationship of an individual under study. What is the advantages of pedigree charting? Provides family information in a easily readable chart, provides information on the mode of inheritance, and provides assistance in planning for treatment and prevention of the transmission of a genetic disorder to the next generation, and helps for genetic counseling of the parents. Okay, next. See, these are the common pedigree symbols, commonly used symbols. See, square represents normal male, round represents normal female. This diamond shaped, it represents unspecified gender. This round within dot, this means it is carrier, X-linked recessive. This is male and this is female, heterozygous for autosomal recessive. Half is black and half is white. Okay. This horizontal line, it is mating or relations. Okay. So male and female, and from the parents, the childs are developing. One male child and one female child in this family. Okay. So parents with offspring. And this arrow means individual seeking genetic counseling or testing. This black square means affected male, the black round is affected female, black diamond is affected unspecified gender, and this square with cut or round with cut, this is deceased individual. Okay, oblique line you have to use for death. Okay, and this vertical line is line of descent. This one is the vertical line, line of descent. It is going towards next generation. Vertical line with this dot, stillborn baby with unknown sex. Okay, this means stillborn baby. Stillborn means the baby was dead during the delivery of the baby or intrauterine death. Okay. This is identical or monozygotic twins are represented like this, and non-identical or dizygotic twins are represented like this, and this is consanguineous marriage. Okay. Next. Consanguineous marriage means marriage between two individuals which belongs to the same family group. Okay, within relatives. Like this, because in consanguineous marriage it is more likely to express the recessive genes and more likely to develop disease conditions in recessive state. Okay, so that's why that is important, and these are special symbols, not that much used. You can remember from the chart. Okay, two or this is number of normal siblings written inside the symbol, and affected siblings should not be grouped. This is unknown number of siblings, pregnancy, baby yet to born, affected fetus confirmed on prenatal diagnosis. This represents adoption, sperm donor, unknown family history, infertility, infertile female, surrogate mothers, different types of surrogacy. Okay, adopts, all these are not commonly used. Previous chart was very important. So first is single gene inheritance. Mutation in the single gene. This is known as Mendelian inheritance. Mendelian inheritance comes as a short note. Okay, very important short note of genetics. Genetics in your question mainly comes as a short note. to prepare the important topic as a short notes, okay, or can come as a part of long question like this, and also can be given in OSPI question in practical if you will be given a pedigree chart or like this, or you have to determine the condition how the inheritance occur, which disease can it be, like this type of questions can be given in your OSPI, okay. So, first Mendelian inheritance is important for theory short note. Mutation in the single gene, there is monogenic genetic disorder. So, single gene inheritance or Mendelian inheritance. Single gene disorders are grouped as follows: autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, X-linked dominant, X-linked recessive, Y-linked disorders. As the Y-linked disorders are carried only from father to son, sex-linked disorder term is confined for only X-linked disorders. Okay. X-linked disorder can be transmitted to both can be transmitted both from mother and father. Okay. Next. So first we will discuss autosomal dominant inheritance. In autosomal dominant disorder, even if a single abnormal gene or allele on one of the 22 autosomes, non-sex chromosome is present, it is expressed phenotypically and produces a disorder. For autosomal dominant state, heterozygous state will cause mild disease and homozygous state will cause severe disease due to both of the genes are abnormal, okay, in case of autosomal dominant. Next, what are the common features? Affects irrespective of the sex of the individual, both male and female child will be affected. Affects all the generations, vertical pattern of transmission. 50% offsprings of affected individual will be normal, 50% will be affected. Normal child is not carrier, do not transmit the disease. Affected gene may be transmitted from parents or by new mutation during the gametogenesis. Variable clinical expression is there. Autosomal dominant inheritance is not related to consanguineous marriage. Affected individual may be homozygous or heterozygous. Pleiotropy, it is based on homozygosity and heterozygosity of autosomal dominant gene. Heterozygous state or trait of autosomal dominant gene produces mild effect and homozygous autosomal dominant state produce severe disease with apparently unrelated effects. Okay, so these two line is important. Heterozygous state will produce mild effect, homozygous state will produce severe disease for autosomal dominant. Okay, next. See here, this is affected father, normal mother. Okay, so these two will be two gametes. Small a are the two gametes from normal mother, and after cross matching, these are the childs, they are having these genetic patterns. So like these two genetic pattern is like the father, so these two child will be affected, and these two both are small a, so these two will be normal. So here it is showing, this is pedigree charting. This is another opposite of this. Okay, here the mother is affected, father is normal. So from here one child is unaffected, another is affected. From this affected child, their offsprings are half affected, one male and female is unaffected, one male and female is affected, and this is another female, so affected female. So this, if both the mother and father is affected, then all the offsprings are affected. Okay. So in inheritance pattern, if one of the parent is affected, another is not having the disease, half of the offsprings will get this disease. And if both the parents are affected, all the childs will have the disease. Okay. In case of autosomal dominant inheritance pattern. Next, okay, so these are the common autosomal dominant diseases. These are the name of the disease and these are the affected genes. Autosomal dominant inheritance pattern. Achondroplasia, fibroblast growth factor receptor 3. This is the name of the gene. Familial hypercholesterolemia, LDL receptor gene. Holoprosencephaly, sonic hedgehog gene, SHH. Huntington chorea, STT. Marfan syndrome, fibrillin 1 gene. Myotonic dystrophy, a protein kinase gene. DMPK type 1 and CNBP gene type 2. Neurofibromatosis 1, there will be microdeletion at 17q11.2 involves NF1 gene. Osteogenesis imperfecta, genes encoding A1 and A2 chain of type 1 collagen. Then polycystic kidney disease, polycystin 1 or polycystin 2 gene. Waardenburg syndrome, PAX3 gene located at 2q36. Tuberous sclerosis or Bornville-Pringle disease, gene affected are the TSC1, TSC2 genes, tuberous sclerosis 1 and 2. Treacher-Collins syndrome, TCOF1 gene, POLR1C or POLR1D genes. These are affected in different autosomal dominant inheritance. This you just remember the name of the disease. Name of genes is not possible sometimes to remember. These are important for your MCQ. Okay, you will be given 4 options. Which of these diseases are inherited as autosomal dominant? Another will be different. 3 will be from same group, 1 will be from other group. So you have to identify the disease of other group. Okay, you have example in all those inheritance patterns. Next, so we have discussed autosomal dominant. Next we go to autosomal recessive inheritance pattern. In autosomal recessive disorder, if both the copies of allelic genes are abnormal, then only the disease is expressed. For autosomal recessive state, heterozygous pattern has no disease, homozygous pattern has the disease. Common features are male and females are equally affected. Prediction 25% of children will be affected. Autosomal dominant 50% was affected. Okay. Here 25% children will be affected. This is 1 in 4. 25% will be normal and 50% will be carrier. They will not express the phenotype but they have the recessive gene. So if they join with carrier of same disease, they can produce diseased children. So the unaffected child will not transmit the disease, may be a result of consanguineous marriage, early age of onset is there and constant clinical features are seen in case of autosomal recessive inheritance. Next, see here, carrier father, carrier mother, okay, they don't have the symptoms. They are forming the gametes, after cross matching, these are developing. So 2 capital N, that means it does not have the disease, normal offspring. These 2 are the carriers like mother and father and this is affected child. So 1/4 or 25% children will be affected here in case of autosomal recessive inheritance. Here also you can see one is normal female, affected male. Okay, so you can see here these 2 males are not affected. This female is a carrier and this female if marries with another carrier male then they will produce this type of pattern. One is normal, these 2 are the carriers and this is the affected. Okay. Next, these are the names of different autosomal recessive diseases and their affected genes. So first is cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis transmembrane regulator protein. Okay, So impaired chlorine ion channel function will be there. Next is Gaucher's disease, lysosomal storage disorder, beta galactosidase or glucocerebrosidase. This gene is affected. Next is hemochromatosis or enhanced iron absorption, abnormal deposition of iron in different parts of body. Here the gene affected is HFE gene on chromosome 6. Next is phenylketonuria, phenylalanine hydroxylase gene is affected. Next is Tay-Sachs disease, beta hexosaminidase. Okay, this is also an enzyme which is affected. Geroderma pigmentosa, genes involved in nucleotide excision repair. Next is sickle cell anemia, beta hemoglobin gene on chromosome 11. These are important. Sickle cell anemia, phenylketonuria, cystic fibrosis, Tay-Sachs disease. These are important, very frequently given in your exams. Okay. Alkaptonuria, homocysteine, this is also important. Albinism, spinal muscular dystrophy, all these are important diseases. Okay. So alkaptonuria, homogentisate 1, 2, deoxygenase gene is affected. Albinism, tyrosinase related protein 1 gene, and spinal muscular dystrophy, survival of motor neuron 1, SMN1 gene is affected. Okay. Gene mutation you will also read in biochemistry. You have read already or not? Mutation is also in your biochemistry. Okay, so this is the comparison between autosomal dominant inheritance and autosomal recessive inheritance. So in autosomal dominant disorder, even if a single allelic gene is present, it expresses and produces disorder. And in autosomal recessive disorder, only if both the copies of allelic genes are abnormal, then only the disease is produced. Here heterozygous individuals are affected, heterozygous individuals are normal. Here homozygous individuals are affected, homozygous individuals are affected in recessive. In both homozygous are affected. An unaffected individual cannot transmit the disease. Here unaffected individual can transmit the disease if he or she is a carrier. No carrier state is present. Known as hereditary disorder, it is known as familial disorder. Okay, no relation with consanguineous marriage. Consanguineous marriages increase the risk of disease. That's why it is known as familial disorder. Okay, examples are, you have seen the chart previously. Here achondroplasia, Marfan syndrome, here cystic fibrosis, phenylketonuria. Okay, next we go to X-linked dominant inheritance. X-linked dominant inheritance is a pattern of inheritance that involves mutated dominant gene of X chromosomes. Common features are only one affected gene can produce the disease. No male preponderance as in X-linked recessive disorders. All the daughters of the affected male will also be affected. Okay, because they are getting the X chromosome from the father and X chromosome is affected. Males have only one X chromosome, that is hemizygous males always show aggravated disease. And no father to son transmission, because son is having Y chromosome from the father. So Y chromosome is not affected, so he is not getting the disease in X-linked dominant. Next. So here you can see this is affected father, X is affected, Y is not affected, mother is normal. So these are the produced gametes XY, here XX. After cross matching, these are the offsprings. So these two are affected daughters. These are normal male, these two are normal males who are getting the Y chromosome. Okay. So here case A, if the male is affected, father is affected, so daughter will be affected, all the daughters will be affected and sons are normal, female is normal. And if the mother is affected, then anyone can be affected. Okay. Son can also get affected X chromosome, daughter can also get affected X chromosome. So here um, both son and daughter can be affected if mother is affected. Okay, it's the X-linked dominant inheritance pattern. Next, these are the diseases X-linked dominant inheritance pattern is in Fragile X syndrome, Fragile X mental retardation gene, FMR gene, X-linked hypophosphatemia, vitamin D resistant rickets. Here this gene is affected PHEX phosphate regulating neutral endopeptidase. Rett syndrome, cerebroatrophic hyperammonemia, methyl CpG binding protein 2, MECP2 gene is affected. Alport syndrome, collagen alpha 5, collagen 4 chain is affected. This gene is affected. Focal dermal hypoplasia or Golgi syndrome, porcupine homologue Drosophila, this gene is affected, PORCL gene. XG blood group system, this is a normal blood grouping of any disorder. XG gene, PBDX gene is affected. Okay. Next, this is the next. This is X. अच्छा आगे slide है जाओ तो आगे slide पे जाओ. Okay. Next. In this slide is showing the auto X-linked recessive inheritance pattern. See this here, father is affected, mother is affected. Both have the carrier gene. Then only you can get the features of recessive. Okay. So these are the gametes produced after cross matching. This is the affected female because both the eggs are affected. Here these two are the carrier female, and here in male only one X chromosome is present, another X, it has only one X chromosome and that is affected. That's why disease is expressed here, affected male, and this is normal male. Okay, so here you can see here father is affected, so here it is producing carrier female. Okay, female is getting only one X chromosome and another X chromosome from mother, that is normal. So she will be carrier female. And if the mother is affected, then two sons will get the affected gene and they will be affected, and the female is getting one normal gene from father, so she will be carrier. Okay, so all is having the genes. So this is the pedigree charting for X-linked recessive inheritance. Okay, next. Okay, so these pedigree charts, any of these pedigree chart can be given in your theory paper also, or can also be given in your OSPE. Then you have to identify what is the inheritance pattern, and you have what the disease can be. Okay, understood? Or maybe you will be asked to give example of this inheritance pattern. Okay. So, what is X-linked recessive inheritance? It is a pattern of inheritance that involves mutated recessive gene of expression. Here, homozygous female is affected case, heterozygous female is a carrier, and hemizygous male, because the male has only X chromosome, it is affected case. Common characteristics are the heterozygous female is a carrier and the homozygous female is a affected case. And as the males carry only one X chromosome, that hence it is hemizygous, they have the disease. Sons of the affected mother are always affected. Daughter of the affected father is a carrier, and if the mother is normal. And sons of the affected father are normal and more common in the males. This disease pattern more common in the males. Okay. And if clinical question comes, all these things can be given as a feature. Okay. Next. So these are the diseases which have X-linked recessive pattern of inheritance. Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, dystrophin protein gene is affected. Glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, G6PD gene is affected. Hemophilia A factor 8 gene is affected. Hemophilia B or Christmas disease factor 9 gene is affected. Becker's muscular dystrophy, dystrophin gene is affected. X-linked ichthyosis, steroid sulfatase enzyme gene is affected. X-linked gamma globinemia or Bruton syndrome, Bruton tyrosine kinase gene is affected. Then red-green color blindness, opsin 1 long wave sensitive, OPN1LW for red cone pigment, and opsin 1 medium wavelength sensitive gene, OPN1LW for green cone pigment. These are affected genes. Barth syndrome or 3-methyl glutaconic aciduria type 2, TAFA gene or TAZ gene, this is affected gene. Leigh-Snehan syndrome or juvenile gout hyperuricemia, HGPRT gene is affected. Okay, hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase gene. Nori disease, cataract, leukorrhea, blindness. These are the symptoms. Nori disease protein or NDP gene is affected. Fabry disease, alpha galactosidase gene is affected. Okay. Some of these diseases is also present in your biochemistry, and gene involved is more important there. Comes as a short question, some of these diseases. Next we go to Y-linked inheritance or Hollandric inheritance. What is the definition? This is important short note, Hollandric inheritance. Okay. So the pattern of inheritance of mutated Y chromosome gene from father to son is called Y-linked inheritance. Okay. So in case of if Mendelian inheritance comes as a short note, you have to write all the 4: autosomal recessive, autosomal dominant, X-linked dominant, X-linked recessive. You write in short all the 4. Okay. And this is another important short note, Hollandric inheritance. This is common feature, affects only the male. All sons of the affected males are also affected, and females are neither affected nor a carrier. Examples are hairy pinna and baldness. Next is multifunctional inheritance or polygenic inheritance. In polygenic inheritance, a group of genes interact with each other to produce a disease. These are the characteristics. Polygenic inheritance does not follow Mendelian inheritance. It depends on multiple genes, also depends on environmental factors. Variable expression in all individuals, family members, and even in monozygotic twins. Polygenic genes tend to aggregate in females. The incidence of the condition is greater in relatives of the affected individual than that in the general population, and the risk is greatest for the first degree relatives. Consanguinity increases the risk. Polygenic inheritance probably produces Bell-Shaped curve. Okay. Next. Okay, so these are the diseases with polygenic inheritance. Study of inheritance pattern in genetic disorder is very important for this congenital malformations and these adult onset diseases. Congenital malformations includes cleft lip, cleft palate, congenital heart defect, neural tube defect, pyloric stenosis, talipes equinovarus, like this. And adult onset diseases are diabetes mellitus, epilepsy, glaucoma, hypertension, depression, schizophrenia, asthma, spondylitis. If some patient have all these diseases, we have to screen for this disease in the child of this patient. Okay, the child may have the genetic pattern and he can also develop those diseases in future. That's why you have to screen. Next we go to codominant inheritance. Codominant genes are expressed simultaneously to produce a phenotype. Example is gene A and gene B are expressed simultaneously to produce AB blood group. Okay. Next is intermediate inheritance. Some genes in the heterozygous state also get expressed to a certain extent, but not like the dominant genes. Example is sickle cell trait. Heterozygous state patient do not have severe anemia such as a homozygous patient, but trait cases are not normal individuals. Thus, expression of sickle cell trait is intermediate inheritance. Okay, they will have some ammonia, or in stressed condition they will become anemic like this in heterozygous state. Next is sex-linked traits. Sex-limited genes are present in both the sexes, but expressed only in one sex and in another remain turned off. These sex traits are called sex-limited traits. Examples are development of facial hairs in the male and development of breast in females. Okay. Next is sex-influenced traits. Some genes inherit as autosomal traits and they get influenced by the sex. Example is pattern of baldness is influenced by testosterone. Okay, male pattern of baldness is more common. Next we go to mitochondrial inheritance. Okay, so codominant inheritance is important. ABO blood grouping is example of codominant inheritance, and this is also important short note. Mitochondrial inheritance, very commonly given short note. Mitochondrial inheritance. Okay, a mitochondrion contains deoxyribonucleic acid DNA called mitochondrial DNA, and mitochondria in human are contributed from the mother, because cytoplasm we are getting from the ovum, so we are getting mitochondria from the mother only. Therefore, inheritance of mitochondrial DNA is also called maternal inheritance. Human mitochondrial DNA codes for 37 genes. Next, see here, this is ovum. These are the mitochondria with mutated DNA. Here the sperm is coming, only the nucleus is getting into the cell and they are forming the zygote and cell division is occurring. So you can see here all the mitochondria of the father are rejected, they are remaining outside, and this in the new generation only they are getting mother's mitochondria. Okay. So this is, that's why it is known as maternal inheritance. Next, examples of mitochondrial inheritance. It is having 37 genes, so mutation can occur at any of the point, and these diseases can occur. Mutation in cytochrome B gene in mitochondrial DNA will lead to exercise intolerance. Next is mitochondrial DNA deletion, Kearns-Sayre syndrome. This is known as mitochondrial myopathy. Next is mitochondrial DNA deletion, Pearson syndrome, sideroblastic anemia, and exocrine pancreas dysfunction. Mutated mitochondrial DNA, myoclonic epilepsy with ragged red fibers, MERRF syndrome, MARF syndrome. Mutated mitochondrial DNA, Leber's hereditary optic neuropathy, retinal ganglionic cell degeneration will be there. Mutated mitochondrial DNA, leg syndrome, subacute necrotizing encephalopathy. Okay, so these diseases occurs, examples of mitochondrial inheritance. Next is pleiotropy. Okay, this can come as a short note, not very frequently given, you just know the term. This condition occurs when one gene influences many unrelated phenotypic traits. Examples are phenylketonuria, galactosemia, phenylketonuria. In this condition, enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase is deficient, and in addition to phenylketonuria, the child develops hypopigmentation and mental retardation. In galactosemia, in this condition, galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase deficiency is there, and galactosemia with liver cirrhosis, cataract, and mental retardation occurs. Next is incomplete Penetrance. Penetrance is the proportion of individuals carrying mutated gene with clinical symptoms. Incomplete penetrance indicates non-expression of the mutated gene due to influence of other genes. Examples is BRCA1, BRCA1, breast cancer gene 1. Mutation produces breast cancer only in some females. Okay. Polydactyly genes, some individuals have incomplete extra finger and some have a complete extra finger. Okay, this depends and on other genes according to the influence of other genes. Next we go to chromosomal inheritance. So we have completed inheritance patterns. Okay. Next we go to chromosomal aberration. Chromosomal aberration is a chromosomal abnormality that involves a missing one extra or irregular portion of a chromosome. Chromosomal aberrations are studied with the help of karyotype. Karyotype is a full set of chromosomes from a patient. We have read karyotype in the previous class. Very important short note. Okay, we have discussed it. Abnormal chromosome produces inherited abnormalities. Next, these are the two types of chromosomal aberration: structural aberration and numerical aberrations. These two groups. Next, list of the structural aberrations. When the chromosomal structure is altered, it produces structural aberration. And structural aberrations may be stable or unstable. Next, these are the different types of structural chromosomal aberrations. First one is deletion. Deletion can occur at the end of the chromosome. It will be terminal deletion. Interstitial deletion, in the middle part is deleted. Microdeletion, very small part is deleted somewhere. Okay, so these are the deletion. Next is translocation. Translocation are of two types: Robertsonian and reciprocal translocation. Next is insertion. Insertion, some extra gene is inserted into the chromosome. Next is inversion. Pericentric, paracentric. Paracentric means chromosome is cut on two sides of the centromere. It gets inverted, then again attached. Pericentric means one arm is, some part is broken and it gets inverted and again joins. Okay. So this is inversion. Next is isochromosome, ring chromosome and duplication. So these are the different structural abnormal chromosomal aberration. We will discuss all these in details. And these are also the mutations. What are the mutation occurs through these chromosomal structural aberration? Okay. So mutation is very important short note, and this is also important short note. Structural chromosomal aberration can come as a short note, or these individual parts can also come as a short note. Deletion, translocation, insertion, inversion, all this can come as an individual short note or can be asked as a part of short question. Next, first we go to deletion. It is also called deletion mutation. In deletion, part of chromosome is lost during DNA replication. There are three types of deletion aberration. Terminal deletion, a terminal segment of chromosome is lost. For example, deletion of terminal part of short arm of chromosome 5 will lead to Cry-Du-Chat syndrome. Okay, this is very important example. Very commonly given question, Cry-Du-Chat syndrome. Okay, deletion of short arm of chromosome 5. Next is interstitial or intercalary deletion. A segment of chromosome between two breaks is lost. For example, a deletion of segment of long arm of chromosome 15 will lead to Prager-Willis syndrome. Okay. This is the deletion. 15 chromosome, Q arm, long arm, 11 to 13 genes are deleted. Okay. Next is microdeletion. It involves deletion of small segment of chromosome, usually less than 5 million base pairs. Okay. And for deletion of microdeletion, high resolution banding karyotype or fluorescence in situ hybridization phase technique is used, okay, to recognize the deletion pattern. Next, These are the examples of different diseases which are caused due to deletion. Wolff-Hirschhorn syndrome, Williams syndrome. These are the deletions. These are the number of chromosome. First line is number of chromosome. Q is the long arm, P is the short arm, and these are the genes which are deleted. 11 to 13, 11 to 13. Here only 16.3 single gene or multiple gene. Okay, our paternal genes are deleted, maternal genes are deleted. So Prader-Willi syndrome, Angelman syndrome, this difference is only paternal and maternal. Rest all are same. Wolff's tumor, aniridia, Robertson-Tabby syndrome, Wilker-Dicker syndrome, Smith-Magenis syndrome, Dijol syndrome. Few genes from these segments get deleted in the syndrome. You remember the CRY-DO chat. CRY-DO chat is very frequently given. Okay. Next. CRY-DO-Chat syndrome, also known as chromosome 5p deletion. Short arm of chromosome 5 is deleted as 5p minus syndrome or Leigh-Guin syndrome. These are another names of CRY-DO-Chat syndrome. Cat cry in French. This CRY-DO-Chat means cat cry in French, characterized by cat-like cry of the affected child. Cause is deletion of short arm of chromosome 5. Incidence in 1 in 50,000 live birth. Clinical features of this. This counts as a short note. Okay, CRY-DO-Chat is very important. Short note. Cat-like cry up to 2 years of age. Epicanthus, that is skin fold of upper eyelid, medial corner of the eye. High-pitched voice, severe intellectual disability due to this gene deletion, CTNND2 gene. Microcephaly, that is small head, micrognathia, small jaw, low set ears, round face, developmental delay. An investigation you will do, my karyotyping may not detect small deletion. Microarray CGH may be helpful for detection of this CRY-DO-Chat. Next is genomic imprinting. What is this term? You know this term. Okay. Genomic imprinting is a phenomenon that involves the expression of a gene depending upon its maternal or paternal origin. Imparted gene is not expressed, but similar gene or allele carried from another parent is expressed. Example is Prader-Willi and Angelman. We have seen in the chart there is only difference, one is paternal, one is maternal expression. Okay. Next, see deletion of 11 to 13 region. This region of long arm of chromosome 15, this part is deleted. Deletion in chromosome 15 of paternal origin, deletion in chromosome 15 of maternal origin. Paternal origin is lead to Prader-Willi syndrome, maternal origin will lead to Angelman syndrome, and these are the symptoms. For Prader-Willi syndrome, there will be hypotonia, obesity, hypogonadism like this, and maternal origin deletion lead to epilepsy, tremor, smiling face like this. Okay. So P for paternal, Prader-Willi, A for Angelman is mother. So you remember like this. Okay. P for paternal, Prader-Willi due to paternal deletion, and rest will be maternal deletion, Angelman. C is our angel, mother, A, Angelman syndrome, you remember like this. Next we go to translocation. Translocation is chromosomal abnormalities that occur when chromosomes break and the fragment rejoin to another non-homologous chromosome. There are two types of translocation, Robertsonian and reciprocal translocations. Next, see the Robertsonian translocation occurring between chromosome 14 and chromosome 21. Okay, these long arms are joining and these short arms are lost. Okay, so this is Robertsonian translocation, and only one derived chromosome is there. And this is reciprocal translocation. Here break occurring, here is another break. Okay, So this part is going here and this part is going here. So this is reciprocal translocation. Here BCR gene is having, here is ABL gene. So due to translocation there will be BCR ABL association and there will be Philadelphia chromosome development. Okay. So it occurring between chromosome 9 and 22. Okay. Next. So Robertsonian translocation involves two acrocentric chromosomes. It involves break at the centromere, fusion of chromosome with the loss of acrocentric segments. Short arms are lost. Examples are Robertsonian translocation between chromosome 13 and 14. It is occurring 1 in 1000 people, most common Robertsonian translocation. And an individual with Robertsonian translocation between two chromosomes 21 may have a child with Down syndrome. Next is reciprocal translocation. Exchange of material between two non-homologous chromosomes is known as reciprocal translocation. Reciprocal translocation is a balanced translocation and there is no loss of chromosomal material. An individual with reciprocal translocation produce abnormal gametes and it results into spontaneous abortions. Example is Philadelphia chromosome and it is produced by reciprocal translocation between chromosome 9 and 22. Philadelphia chromosome is associated with chronic myeloid leukemia CML in 85% of cases. Next we go to insertion. Okay, this part breaks and inserted here. Okay, this is insertion. Pericentric insertion, that means here is the break is occurring here and here. Okay, and this is getting inverted and rejoining. See, this small green part is coming here and this large pink part is going upward. So this is pericentric inversion. The inverted portion is including the centromere, and if the inverted part is not include centromere, only within 1 arm this inversion is occurring, that is known as paracentric inversion. Okay, classifications are important. Next, so insertion is a transposition of a segment of one chromosome to another chromosome. Next, inversion takes place when there are two breaks in a single chromosome and a segment turns 180 degree before the reunion. It is of two types, pericentric, paracentric. We have seen in the pictures. You practice those schematic diagrams of those different types of mutations. Okay. So in pericentric inversion, breaks in the short and long arm of a chromosome and the segment rotates around centromere, there will be pericentric inversion. Paracentric inversion, breaks in the same arm of a chromosome, segment do not involve the centromere and segment rotates and fuse, paracentric inversion. Next is isochromosome and ring chromosome. Two ends, break is there and two ends will join with each other to form this ring chromosome. That's how ring chromosome is developing. And this is isochromosome. Two long arms are fusing with each other, two Q arms and two short arms are fusing with each other to form. So this is isochromosome. Okay. Next, so isochromosome is transverse division of the centromere, fusion of short arms with each other, fusion of long arms with each other, isochromosome. Okay, so transverse division of centromere. So you have seen the isochromosomes. So in derived chromosome, arms are mirror image of each other. Okay. In isochromosome formation, in the acrocentric or some metacentric chromosome may lead to loss of the genetic material. Okay. Generally, small arms are lost in this process. For example, some cases of Turner syndrome having isochromosome formation of Q arm of the X chromosome, isochromosome of long arm of X chromosome with the loss of the short arms. Okay, two X chromosome, long arms are joining with each other, short arms are lost. Next, in case of Turner syndrome, XO, it represents 45 chromosome instead of 46. So one chromosome is lost like this. Next is duplication. Chromosomal duplication involves the presence of a portion of the chromosome more than once in a gamete or more than twice in a zygote. Next, factors causing chromosomal aberrations are these: advanced maternal age, radiation, parental chromosomal abnormalities, okay, very frequently asked in your viva or OSCE. So, advanced maternal age, radiation, parental chromosomal abnormalities, autoimmune disorders, nutritional deficiencies like folic acid deficiency, alcohol, tobacco, drug exposure, infection of different viruses and bacteria, all these are causing mutations or chromosomal aberrations. Okay. Next we have seen structural chromosomal aberrations. Next we will go to numerical chromosomal aberrations. Okay. So normally human diploid cells contain 46 chromosomes, 46 XY in male, 46 XX in female. Any deviations in total number of chromosomes are known as numerical chromosomal aberrations. These are the different terms and their definitions. Ploidy. Ploidy means number of sets of chromosome in a cell. Haploid means only one set of chromosome is present. For example, in ovum 23X, in sperm 23Y. Diploid, cells with two sets of chromosome. For example, somatic human cells having 46XY and 46XX. Okay, XY in male, XX in female. Polyploid, cells with more than two sets of chromosomes. For example, triploid, that is triple time of 23, 69 chromosomes. Tetraploid, 4 into 23, 92 chromosomes. Okay. So homoploid, cells with same number of chromosomes. Aneuploidy means cells with abnormal number of chromosomes and that is not multiple of the haploid set. For example, 2N. 2N means diploid plus 1. Total 47 chromosome present in XXY, Klinefelter syndrome, and 2N minus 1, 45 chromosome present in Turner syndrome. Okay. So these are examples of aneuploidy. Next is non-disjunction. It is failure of separation of homologous chromosomes or sister chromatids during cell division, and this non-disjunction will lead to aneuploidy. Okay. Next. So this is mechanism of non-disjunction. Here mother is having 46XX, these are the gametes. Father is having 46XY. Okay. During cell division, non-disjunction is occurring and you can see one gamete is not having any of this X and Y and this gamete is having XY. Okay. So if cross matching occurs, if the two matches, it will form monosomy, 45 chromosome. One is lost here. So monosomy and here it is forming trisomy. So this is forming Turner syndrome and this is forming Klinefelter syndrome. Okay. Next, these are the examples of non-disjunctions. Monosomy is Turner syndrome 45X. Trisomy occurs in all these chromosomes. Trisomy 21 in Down syndrome. These trisomies are all asked in your MCQs and all are important short notes. Okay. You have to know all the what are the symptoms developing in the child. So trisomy 21 Down syndrome 47XY plus 21. Trisomy 18 Edwards syndrome extra 8 chromosome 18. Trisomy 13 Patau syndrome 47XY plus 13. Klinefelter syndrome XXY 47 XXY. Trisomy X triple X syndrome. Triple X is present, 47 triple X. Trisomy 8 Warkani syndrome 47 XX plus 8. Tetrasomy 22 will lead to cat-eye syndrome 48 XX plus 2 22 chromosome. Tetrasomy 12p Pallister-Killian syndrome. Okay. 48 XX plus 12p, okay, 2 12p are added. Then tetrasomy X, 4x chromosome is present here, okay. So these are the examples of different non-disjunction and their karyotype, okay, all these are important. So this is asked, I can explain why. 48, 4x. How many bar bodies? Here is 3 bar bodies. Here is 2 bar bodies. Okay, normally 1 bar body is present in female and this is having no bar body. Okay, in Turner syndrome. Next. Okay, that's all. So genetics is very important for your short note. From here, chromosomal, structural chromosomal aberrations or mutations can be given, very important short notes. All those points you have to write: deletion, inversion, translocation, all these you have to write. Okay. And previously, the inheritance pattern can be given in your OSPI. One pedigree chart will be given, and you will be asked inheritance pattern, and important for your OSPI and Viva. Okay, genetic patterns different. Okay, so prepare those topics, important topic I have told already.